It's Gabrielle Nicolay from SpeechKids, where we teach little kids to talk and help parents understand their little kids. And we have been talking and thinking a lot over here at SpeechKids about social development, which is something we usually do. But because of the pandemic, everything is kind of exacerbated, right? Because kids have been home and they haven't been socializing. And so some kids are going to go back to school or to camp this summer and be completely fine. They're going to find their rhythm really easily. They're going to jump into a group and run with them. And then there are going to be some kids who take a little bit longer. And those are the ones I want you to keep an eye on. Because when we see kids who are clinging to adults or who prefer to be with adults or prefer to talk to adults, then that gives us a little bit of information about how that child's brain is processing the world. And so, and the reason for that is because children are really, really unpredictable. They are physically unpredictable, they are verbally unpredictable, and they're not very good at fixing their conversation, right? Children are not particularly good at conversational repair, which is like if you didn't understand what somebody said, a 4-year-old is not going to say, could you say that a little more slowly so that I can understand you, right? They're just going to run away. And that leaves the child who is having some difficulties either expressing themselves or engaging socially, that leaves them in the lurch. And so they're going to do what any smart person would do, is go find somebody who will understand them. And usually that's an adult. And so for adults who are working with kids, or for adults who are spending time with kids, so that's pretty much parents and educators, yeah? We want to be mindful of those kids who are clinging to adults, because it tells us something about how those guys are processing the world, how those guys are perceiving the physical action of the playground, for example. If you've got a child who's way on the periphery and can't jump into a social interaction, there's a reason for that, and we want to know what it is. We want to ask questions about why that's happening. We don't ever just want to write it off to, oh, he's shy. There's a previous video somewhere in the archives about shy, and it's a term I hate because I don't think it explains anything at all. So keep in mind, keep those guys on your radar. The ones who cling to the adults, the ones who don't jump into a social interaction, the ones who maybe have some trouble going back and forth with another child. Those are important things to pay attention to, even though all kids have been home during the pandemic and all kids are struggling or going to probably sort of battle with some social skill development at this point in time. I think that those differences will become clearer more quickly than we might think. So keep an eye on those guys. Ask the questions. Until next time, take care.